We're starting soon. Sorry.
What? What is that? What's happening?
Hello!
Get out of my house!
Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Pride and Friday. We are all a little bit silly.
Speak for yourself.
A little bit.
Just got a Parisian street cafe right over here. It's fine.
Hi,
It's good, yeah.
Vince. Hi, Cycle. Welcome on in. And I immediately lost my train of thought. We are here to create the deck of many things the fabulous way, because none of us are on the straight and narrow anywhere. Well, at least not when it comes to, you know, heteronormative stuff.
Yeah.
The music you're listening to right now is by John Theodore. Hopefully, even the people guest playing can hear it too. You can find his stuff here. And yeah, we are here to create the deck of many fabulous things based on the D&D version, but we are going to make it absolutely yes queen. Hopefully. I spent a week trying to find my tarot deck. I only found the Tarocca one, so I hope that someone else has any idea what the hell we're going to do. I have
You got mine if you like. It's right here.
I got mine.
I only have this one. It's a little bit spooky, but it's probably the one I would use anyway for the deck of many things, so we shall see.
Don't you hate it when something is like just at your fingertips and you can't quite get it, no matter how hard you stretch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
where
a
my tarot
beautiful
deck
one.
was.
It's such a pretty one.
It really is. I was looking for my Thoth Tarot by Aleister Crowley, and I cannot find it. It's somewhere in this apartment. I went on the attic and went through all the boxes twice, and it's not there.
I have got the Slavic Legend Tarot.
Oh, that's pretty.
Ooh.
But yes, we are
To
currently...
have an attic that I could go through in an afternoon.
Oh, my attic's storage space is like 12 square meters.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah.
My parents have a full garage of just stuff. It's enough stuff that they can't put the car in there.
I went looking for a set of silverware that we were going to give as a gift for Rach and Dan's wedding, and eventually had to say, Karen, any thoughts? Because I've been looking for 2 hours now. And she's like, have you checked the whole cupboard? I'm like, fuck, it's in the whole cupboard. I know exactly where it is now. You pointed out, and I'm like, yeah, it's in that drawer that's exactly the correct shape for it, that I remember we put it in there when we moved in. We were like, look how well that fits. And it did perfectly, and I went and I was like, God damn it, there it is. Yep, that's it. Stupid house. Hey.
Well,
She just returned.
I know exactly where my tarot decks were in our old apartment. They were in the bedroom closet. Now, no idea. I'll find them eventually, probably at some point. I have two. One that's not complete. One that is. I actually have three. Two that are complete, one that's not. Anyway.
They're not food too. See?
Unless.
You know, yeah.
Not again.
So, let's... first of all, we are raising money for the Trevor Project. If you want to see what you can get for your donations, check out the Tiltify link, if I can spell donate properly. There we go.
I'm also moving this year.
The Trevor Project is an amazing...
The Tarot Project?
Trevor,
Yeah.
not Trevor Project is an amazing foundation that helps LGBTQIA plus youth with crisis intervention and suicide prevention, which is something I wholeheartedly support because we need more of that.
Me too.
In the world. Seriously.
Absolutely.
And yes, this year I've added a bunch of incentives to the different donations. Some of them have already come into play. For example, during the Shadow of Morna game last week, there was some shenanigans happening thanks to it. During the pirate game this week, the sorcerer got 22 charisma thanks to it. And also had some...
For a sorcerer as well, ow.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Some wild magic shenanigans happened as well, thanks to it. I used a certain JoshThePirate's wild magic table for it as well.
Excellent.
It was
that is
great.
An awesome wild magic table, by the way.
Yes, it is.
It is fun.
When we ended that session, the sorcerer now has laser beam eyes.
Excellent.
Yes. There's also a Nat 20 token in play at another one of my tables, thanks to donations.
Cool.
But today we are Where did the donation thingamabobber go? There it is. There we are. But today we are gathered here, like I've been saying a few times, to make a new and improved deck of many things for Dungeons and Dragons or whatever system you want to add it to. I think it could work to like any system. If you tweak it.
Would you like to make it system agnostic?
That could be fun. I mean, it doesn't
Just
have...
it basically just means you have to go like very limited on the linking it to stats.
Yeah.
And linking it to a specific dice.
Yeah.
Like you might want to keep to just D6s and D20s because they are fairly unilateral, universal. D6s are probably a safe bet. Make everything based on a D6.
Yeah, we can do that.
Except obviously, yeah. If you're wanting to make it system agnostic, that's all that jumps out at me as hell yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because everything else is just an effect.
Yeah, exactly. So anything that has like damage or boosts or anything like that, we can make it D6s, and you can use it in whatever system you want to play it that use dice. Or, if it doesn't, if the system doesn't use dice, just remove that bit and go. It does damage, or you get a boost.
Yeah, a lot of the simpler ones, it's just each attack does 1 or 2 points of damage. You can take 6.
Yeah.
There you go. And I'm like, well, so yeah, the spell does damage. Yeah.
So yeah, but before that, we need to introduce these amazing people, and let's start with Josh.
Ahoy, mateys! I'll be Josh the Pirate. You can find me on my channel, Corsos Cove, where I run D&D and other RPGs with my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies. But tonight, I'm here to do a little bit more homebrewing, and I freaking love it. Also, because I'm joined by my lovely friend, Sir Terris, I think it might be appropriate for me to open this tiny package
Please do.
that arrived in the post.
Yay.
And I'm like...
I also have a command for Josh now, finally.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I am a puppet master, but it's because I do puppetry. And other things. Yes, you can find all of my stuff. Ooh. Okay, that's extra stuff. Because this is the thing. Oh my goodness. There's a lot. Okay, so this is D&D dice. It's a little packet.
Pretty.
With a wizard. Hang on, I'm going to turn this off so you can see. Look at the wizard.
Wizard.
That's on the actual bag itself. That's just the bag. Bag is cool. And then it comes with... I think these are just goodies that they send you. There is a custom character sheet by the looks of it. This one.
I am hoping that they do not have the invoice on the back of that, like they sometimes do.
No, I can't see it.
Awesome.
They do. Never mind. I'm not looking. Then there's a couple of stickers. Love stickers. Oh heck yeah! It's a pirate ship sticker. Arr, matey. dice jail. It's a little card to put dice jail like that, and a pencil. A Dungeons and Dragons dice
sheet.
pencil. It's a good idea. I love it. All right, but then the pretties. All right, it's a good solid bag as well. Yeah. There is more than the normal. This is more than a normal set. This is enough dice to roll up a character sheet, because there are 4 d6s.
Nice.
And they are pirate dice. There's also enough d20s to roll with advantage or disadvantage as well. There are 2. There is also a doubloon.
That's your very first D2, isn't it?
No, but it's one of them.
No?
I've got my Wooten Forge one. I also have another one from Roll
right.
with Advantage. But yes, this one's very cool. This is different. It is real gamers, roll dice. I like that. It says it on the edge. And yes, these are pirate themed. So they have little skulls marking the numbers on the d6s. I don't think the rest of them do. No, they have numbers. But they've got sort of glittery ink in the middles for color. This is one of the D. Yeah, it's sort of clear with some of them. It's hard to see. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Excellent.
There you go. Those are my tiny hands that aren't mine. Yes, they have tiny pirate ships sailing on the ocean blue in the middle of all of them, by the looks of it. Yes, there we go. The D8, you can see it quite well from one particular angle. Yeah, they're very, very cool. Thank you so much, Terris. I appreciate the heck out of you.
Before Karen steals them?
Oh, I think these ones are fairly safe. I've actually ordered her a set too recently.
Awesome.
She'll be getting one with koi in them in the next few days.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I was looking at the
Thank
ones...
you so much. That's very pretty.
I was looking at the dragon ones, and I was like, I don't have the funding for this.
Speaking of LGBT ones, on roll with advantage right now, they are firstly it's their 5-year birthday, and so anything you buy, you go into the draw to win a set of metal dice,
Nice.
and also they have little resin dice with unicorns in them. It's a unicorn sitting down like a dog, and I was like, nope. But that one's very cute as well. They are very, very cute. Yes.
Hi,
but
Phoenix.
thank you so much, Terris. That's extremely kind of you. I appreciate the absolute heck out of you, buddy.
Well, you didn't have a set of pirate dice. You didn't have a set of pirate dice, and you are a pirate. You needed them.
They are so varied. Each of the D6s has a different. I think it's the 6 has a different face. So one of them is a skull and crossbones wearing a hat, and one of them is a lady pirate instead.
Nice.
And I can't say the other 2, but yeah, I was just like, there are so many details on them, and so much unique stuff. The D10 and the D100 also have. I reckon it's probably most of them have interesting things for their max number. Yeah, I'm going to stop. We'll derail the entire thing. Amazing.
Hi, Phoenix. Welcome on in.
Who the heck is Terris?
Yes.
You're very welcome, Phoenix. You're very freaking welcome. Terris, who are you?
I have a mouthful of chips, but hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. I do not stream myself just yet, but you can find me wherever D&D can and will be played, including occasionally on Josh the Pirate channel Courses Cove, over on a microbiologist's channel, and here. And that is me.
These 2 splendid individuals will be joining me on Corso's Cove on the Tuesday, the 27th of June, for Pride Month, to play Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Yes.
I can be a thirsty sword lesbian. I already have a character.
I could be some of those things, at least. I'm going to be the DM, so I'm all right. I've described myself as a lesbian for years, and I think it should be clear that it is because I actually, there's other reasons. It's not just I like women. There's more to it than that. I mean, definitely at least part of it. John, you did nothing to incur my wrath, only my joy. Yes, that's why I brought so many lovely people to you.
Phoenix? Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Yep.
Phoenix, you got my
Dungeon Master
attention.
is
Hello.
right there.
Are you the DM or the GM?
I will
Thirsty
be
Sword?
the Gay Master, because that's the name that the Thirsty Sword Lesbians uses. So I will be the Gay Master, which is honestly better than Dom Mummy, to be honest.
I thought that was me. Anyway.
No. Okay. No, harking back to discussion had over on Jack Squarepeg this morning, I'm not going down that rabbit hole again.
Not without a good wash first. Save it for the stream, yeah. You'll wind up smelling like
Hello.
Pepsi.
Okay. Hi, I am Joe or Ardana. Some people knew me as Ardana before I changed it to the Lorite. So, hi, I am Joe or Ardana, or sometimes, oi, you there. Depending on situation, and sometimes also, what the hell. Depending on how much I've pissed off my players.
Unimaginable bastard! I'm fine, sorry.
I am the GM and channel runner around these parts, and some people think that I actually am in charge of what my players do. Sorry.
I'm not even in charge of what I do.
Yeah, Phoenix, I tend to use Ardana because that's how most people know me. Joe is the name I go by in real life most of the time.
In the meat space.
Yeah, Joe or Joey, depends on like. It's an Italian nickname for my full name. I learned this when I was in Italy with my former roommate. Apparently, they take the first part of your name and then add a Y at the end.
Oh. Aussies do something similar, but it's the four-letter word beginning with C.
But how do you personalize that?
Well, exactly.
Well, let's see. What's your name? What is your actual name?
Mine?
Jojo. Yes.
Do you
Johanna.
want to tell?
Joanna.
Joanna. So would it be, hey Jazza, how are you? You effing C word.
It'd be Jazza.
Yeah,
Aussies, we do actually do it, but it's normally a ZZA.
Oh, I like that.
Karen would be Kaza. Keza. Yeah, and she hates that too. That's a no-no.
I'm actually fine with Jazza.
Also, Jazza? Nah.
No, that sounds that sounds dirty.
No. That would be Jazza. The other, what I get though, my actual name is Terris, and a lot of people just cut off the ter and call me Riss.
Riss?
Whatever, Riss.
Tez works. Tezza. Don't mind that.
Tezza, yeah.
But your name is unique enough that there's no need for a nickname.
This is true.
It's why I never had one growing up, because I was the only Josh I knew until I entered streaming, and now there's fuck tons of us. But I'm older than most of them, and I'll stick to that. I was a trendsetter.
Yeah,
my best mate calls me Alexander.
I was Josh before it was cool. Mother.
Yeah, my best mate calls me Alexander because that's my middle name.
Okay.
You'll like this, Karen. Phoenix suggests the muzzer a buzzer. That got a...
Well, when I was in junior high, there were 3 Joannas in my class alone.
Yeah.
I was like, meh. I don't care about any of you, so bye. But yes, back to what we were actually here to do. We are
I'm not
going
gonna get 76 options. No
Yeah.
chance.
So I have never actually used deck of many things in any of my games. Mostly because there's enough shenanigans in my games as it is, with a bag of beans and the wild magic tables and stuff like that. There, especially with the introduction of wild magic pastries, there are 10,000 options to them. There's enough.
I did that with wild magic whiskey shots.
Well, I based a lot of encounters on, but no, that's the deck of many quests that I kickstarted a while back and I use all the time. Doc, you have to sit down. Oh.
Yeah, it's why none of us go by it anymore. I was surprised I got away with it, Phoenix.
Yeah. I'm going to refrain from that pun. Also, if you guys watch Minecraft on YouTube and you watch Hermitcraft, you know who this guy is.
Neither of those things, but it's cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
Doc M77 is a technical Minecrafter. He's from Germany, and he is an actual doctor of political science.
Oh, that's not where I was going to guess. Okay, cool. So,
but
seeing as I've done this recently, do you want to start with the Major Magica, or do you want to start with the Major Arcana, rather? That's a different thing. Major Magica. That's Monday on Corsair's Cove. The Major with Ardana. With Jazza. I don't know. Just.
We've just given her a new name.
There's enough. You could beat Jazza the Jerbeen.
I'm gonna be close enough. I'm going to be a Jerbeen, okay. But it's an elephant shrew.
We're gonna have two then, because Brendan's gonna be a hamster.
Yeah. I'm gonna be an elephant shrew with huge round glasses.
Love it.
If I ever get a chance at Humblewood, I am going to be a ferret.
It's called role play. You've got to be something you're not already.
Okay. Wait.
I'm
I'll
not
be a
gonna insist
hopping
on
mouse.
this, actually. I've straight up played variations of myself here on this channel twice already. I shouldn't insist on that for anybody else. That's rude of me. I apologize.
No. I'll be a hopping mouse.
Yeah.
Boing. That will be its name. Boing.
Boing.
Ooh.
Not tooth airy. That one? One's available.
I claimed that one yesterday.
Boing.
Disappointed.
You're welcome.
Oh god. Why are you sitting on me, dog? Get off.
Right, Corsair's Cove Homebrew. There we are. Right.
Yes.
I'm opening my one for inspiration.
I have the original open because I found well, I don't have the original here. I have a list of what it says because I don't own one. But I have the official 3.5 edition deck of many things listed here. Knights of Ni. I mean, we should have one that causes a shrubbery because that's funny. But yes, so for the first cards, I know you did like all the different suits.
Yes.
Were tweaked slightly.
Yeah. So a 4 meant the same thing regardless of which one it was.
Yeah.
But the element the suit changed the element that it was related to.
Yeah.
So on a 2 of cups, you get your weapon becomes a weapon upon your person becomes magical with the associated element. So a 2 of cups would be acid or poison, DM's discretion. But if you got the 2 of pentacles, it would be radiant or necrotic, whichever was more suitable / irritating for the DM. That's the way I did that, and then we got to that. I took that to like 10, and then the page knights, kings, and queen. The page knights and kings and aces were all similar, but it was slightly different. Like the king cards, within the next day you will come across a merchant who has an item for sale that he does not know the true value of, and it will appear unassuming but is actually a rare quality magic weapon if it's a swords, magic armor if it's a cups, wondrous item if it's pentacles, or spellcasting focus or similar if it's wands. So yeah, again, the suit dictates the interesting thing that happens to it.
Yeah.
But these ones are a little bit more specific, and then the cups, the queens, we named them, and it was off with his head for the cups, off with his clothes for wands, swords was off with my clothes, and the Queen of Pentacles was back on with his clothes, and it was off with his head. Your head becomes detached, and you're basically a headless horseman. You just carry your head around. The Queen of Wands was off with his clothes. You either grow or shrink one size class, and none of your clothing now fits. Off with my clothes, you become dazzlingly attractive to all who see you, gaining a +2 bonus to charisma. However, you will struggle to go unnoticed ever again. And back on with his clothes was you become startlingly ugly to those who see you, losing 2 points of charisma, and people actively pay less attention to you. And then we did the Major Arcana, which I used most of the original Deck of Many, a combination of the Deck of Many Things, and then the publishing group, the Deck of Many Things, did their own called the Deck of Many's Harrowing deck, and I used some of those as well. But it was quite similar anyway. There was only about 50% of it was different. But we didn't have to make up very many for the Major Magicka.
So I'm thinking something similar, but we have to make it like over the top.
Fabulous, darling. Fabulous.
Yes, absolutely fabulous. Oh, yes.
Would you like to impose yourself some other restrictions? Like safety rules, like does not force the player to behave in a way that they don't want to?
Yes.
For example, like I specifically didn't have anything that changed a character's gender.
Yeah, no.
And I removed stuff that changes your alignment, things like that, because I'm like, that forces the player, to play their character in a way they haven't chosen to.
Yeah.
And removes agency. That's the sort of a self-imposed rule I gave myself.
Yeah, anything that removes player agency. Like, I'm completely fine if, for example, I know we talked about this when, I mentioned this when you were building your deck. I'm completely fine with the dungeon card if there's a way for the character to break out and or the other party to find them immediately and break them out.
Yeah.
So just having...
So something else is a thing that doesn't completely derail the entire narrative.
Exactly.
Might also be...
Okay.
What?
Small thought. If you wanted something like a gender change option, what if one was to create a doppelganger but situation, and then the player could decide, whether they wish to change or not, insofar as you have just your doppelganger that is X has appeared. Which one survives? Is up to the player.
Which one you wind up being?
Yeah.
Is up to the player.
Your opposite, a being of identical to you but opposite gender. Well, like a male or female twin of you appears.
Yes.
Set on violence, and you can see the world through both sets of eyes simultaneously. So you are both people with a murderous hatred of the other.
Yes, exactly.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, it could be.
Lets the player choose.
Yeah.
That sort of thing is certainly, I think. Yeah.
Because I don't like the part where, like, while the alignment thing could be funny, it should have like a time limit if you want to go that route. Like, okay, you switch alignment for an hour.
I think possibly if you're going to do that, you could have your physical form becomes you basically become a changeling for an hour and get to decide.
Yeah. Exactly.
It sort of shifts, so it's a very temporary thing. It might be a little unpleasant for a little while, like, oh, this isn't how I really identify, but it sort of phases through a variation, and you can, but at any point, you know that you can do something that will stop it and leave the new form as is. And if it runs for the full hour, it effects just wears off.
Yeah. I like that one. What card would that be, though? So
could be funny to be the lovers.
I mean, there is
the
one.
Wheel, possibly.
The Wheel. Where did that go? Tarot card. The Wheel.
Number 10-ish, I think. Or the Magician. Yeah. Kind of makes sense.
Okay, so this old one.
I don't want it to be the Fool.
So what I'm thinking is that my brain just short-circuited for a second. But yeah.
Kill you. With consent.
What? So what I'm thinking with that one, it could be that for an hour you start looking like the person you see in your head.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your physical form transform to match the image you have of yourself in your head.
The only trick is it for a lot of people it would have no effect at all.
Yeah.
Even for a lot of LGBT people, I think.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have very much effect at all. It's a very trans-specific card. I would say you shift for an hour. You constantly, your form becomes very much indefinite, impermanent, and you just constantly shift for an hour. But you know that if at any point you're like, oh, I like that one, stop.
Yeah. Like old school Eladrin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No control over it, but every now and again you hit upon one and you're like, ooh, I like that one, bring it back, wind it back. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
It means you have to sit in front of a mirror for an hour.
Oh no, the pain.
Or you know exactly what you look like in your mind during this time. You know what other people can see, which means you don't need to be in front of a mirror for an hour. Because it could also be rather useful.
Yeah.
Even if this person doesn't necessarily want to keep it. Which is, I think, something else. You want something that also has a utility to it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'd say
and I'd suggest Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, let's go with the Wheel of Fortune.
If it's going to be that, yeah.
I should have made some provisions for adding in the text thing that I'm writing, but I didn't. So, Wheel of Fortune.
What I'm going to suggest is that we do the Major Arcana first.
Yeah.
And then seeing how we feel.
Yes, absolutely. So Wheel of Fortune, so in the old school that I found, it doesn't have that, but let's go find, because it's like the tarot cards they use for the old, like the 3.5 edition 3.5 is a mix of major and minor arcana, which is just odd to me. But yes, Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, that is weird.
For 1 hour,
it usually symbolizes cycles, destiny, serendipity, and if it is reversed, upheaval, misfortunes, and setbacks. So I think this is kind of appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely it is. For 1 hour, your physical form is in constant flux, and at any point during this time you can stop the changes and adopt form you like. At the end of the hour, if you have not chosen a form, you will revert to your old form.
Yeah.
Not pick a new physical form. You will revert old form. Yes.
Oops.
Love it.
So that's the wheel.
Do you want something about you know what you look like in your head? Or they just walk around with a small mirror? If you were to sort of imagine your own face in your head, you can imagine what you look like at this moment.
During this time, you always know what your form looks like.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. So that's the Wheel of Fortune. So the...
Okay, I have removed the Wheel of Fortune from my deck, so we know that I have done it.
Done
We've
that
done
one.
it.
Yep.
Yes.
I think something about fabulous outfits.
Yeah.
Though, if you were going to do that, you almost want... That could be the way you delineate the effects of the suits.
Yeah, I was thinking of using that for the queens.
Yeah.
So various like.
So if we're doing that for the queens, are we also doing that in a much larger scale for the Empress?
It could be a fun idea.
Yeah. How about a festival spontaneously happens?
Yes.
A parade. A parade of fabulously dressed individuals of all genders. Literally a pride parade just happens.
Yes.
The next time you're in a town, you just wake up, you're like, "Whoa, fucking, what's going on outside?" Go outside and everybody is having a Mardi Gras.
Yes.
So, oh yes, I'm absolutely. What I'm thinking for that one is that like, it's another. It would be another positive card. So you would get a pride parade, and then either you would like gain experience or money from it, like something positive, or
yeah. I would say an opportunity.
Yeah.
A narrative opportunity.
Yes, I like that.
Absolutely. So for the Empress, the next time you wake up in a larger settlement, like a city or a town.
Yeah.
I have removed her from my deck.
With a population of more than 100 people, otherwise it's going to be a very short festival.
Yes. With a population of more than 100 people. The next time you wake up in a town or city with a population of more than 100 people, you discover that a festival...
It's just occurred to me that Valakai in Barovia has weekly festivals. Be a little bit out of character to have. And it's like, last week we had the Festival of the Sun and the Moon, where we killed a bunch of things and put their heads on spikes and marched through the city. It was great. This week, right! Weirdly, everyone actually did smile that day. It was an odd one. That was a time.
That's strange. Everyone was actually happy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Instead of just pretending. discover that a festival has just started and a parade is marching by your... Well, by the house
Wherever you are sleeping.
you... Oh, wherever you...
The half deaf bard in my head is now singing the Black Parade at me.
A parade is marching by where you are.
When I was a young queer, my parents...
Do you know, from what I heard, Mr. Way has actually come out as they, them.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, or he, they. One or the other. Yes.
That's nice.
Mm.
The next time you wake up in a town or city with a population of more than 100 people, you discover that a festival has just started and the parade is marching by where you are sleeping, or you were sleeping. Not currently sleeping.
Definitely were.
Yes, because you're no longer sleeping, because that's loud as fuck.
Yeah.
That's just we're in the front with his bagpipes, don't worry about it.
Did wonder. It was like, that wasn't my house, was it?
Everyone participating is dressed
So
in colorful attire and are just throwing confetti and everything.
Overly flamboyant, yeah.
Colorful, yeah.
Oi.
And
Oh my goodness. So these D6s, each of them is completely unique. Some of them have numbers, some don't. Some of them just use the skulls of your defeated enemies. And
like
each one has a different 6 as well. So you can see them there. Those are the 6s. There is a Jolly Roger, then an angry male pirate, a sort of suave-looking female pirate with a star over her eye because she's a pirate, and a skull, little skull. But skull has all swords instead of numbers. You just have to count the number of swords on the side, which for the 5 is a bit of a time. Whereas the girl pirate actually has numbers on them, but a number with crossbones underneath on each one, which is fun. It's the only one that actually features numbers. I don't like that because it implies that girls can't count, but there we go. The male pirate, the angry red Blackbeard-looking guy, just has 5 skulls on the side at 5s, and the Jolly Roger has a skull in the middle of each side, and then a number of bones around it, presumably indicative of how many the number is supposed to be. I'm going to be enjoying looking at these for weeks. Possibly ever.
I'm glad.
Sorry, carry on.
I'm glad you like them. I thought they were just so up your alley.
I mean, they won't be. I'm not going to put them up there. Though they are quite smooth. So for Sun and Moon, I reckon you should have something sort of opposites. Like a thing that happens and then a thing that straight up does not happen. Save you a little bit of time. Let's find the Sun and the Moon, what they mean. I'm sure Terris could tell us. Positively, prosperity, joy, pessimism, unreality, and exasperation for the Sun, if they are upright or reversed. And the Moon, obfuscation, anxiety, ignorance, reversal, reveal, turnaround, delusion. Ooh.
Woo! I had
Hello.
I had no idea it did that. Apparently there's a beating heart in the Pride overlay from Stream Element. So that's what you just heard. And hi Maria,
Right.
thank you so much for the resub. 25 that was very
That's
Irish of me.
nuts.
Yes, that's
But for
nuts.
25 months.
Yeah.
Been subscribed for so long. Mr. Frodo. No, that's different. Slightly
Nothing?
different. They're all Somerset boys, actually. Hello there, Mr. Frodo. After a cider festival. Bastille are beating hearts. No, Bastille is great. A bit different. How
you
about self-knowledge?
For the moon?
Yeah. How about or how about for Sun, the DM reveals part of your backstory you were not aware of.
Ooh, I like that.
That could trying to find a way to make it LGBT, but not all of them have to be fabulous.
Exactly. Just
Although the name of the thing is literally the Deck of Fabulous Things, but they don't all have to be. I think that could be really cool.
yes.
And leaves room for the DM as well to, insert. And then with the moon, you obfuscate. You forget an element of your backstory. You forget something. Doesn't stop it being true.
Yeah.
Doesn't force you to change how you play your character, but the DM makes you forget somebody from your backstory. Could be good.
We actually did something like that in one of the campaigns that I'm in on a Thursday, in which we gave away one of our memories each to a Sphinx and took someone else's memory, not necessarily from the party. Which was very fun. So my centaur forgot about the bar he wanted to open and instead took the memory of having a son.
Who was bizarrely not a centaur.
Who was, yes, bizarrely not a centaur. But he knew this boy from the previous town that this circus had gone through, that the Chimera... It was not a Sphinx, it was a Chimera. That the Chimera was part of.
Right. That's cool.
No, it was fun, and like someone else forgot the face of their parents.
Oof.
Ooh.
Just, yeah. All this fun stuff. It is a really fun one to do, but what I think that with that, if you forget something, maybe you also gain something. Maybe it is you were offered to give up a memory in exchange for something else, and the importance of the memory denotes what you get.
Yeah.
DM's discretion.
Yes.
DM's discretion. I like that. Yeah.
You are.
That'll be the moon.
Yeah. You are offered a boon in exchange for a memory. The value of the memory. No, what the memory is worth to you decides what the power of the boon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
So that is the moon done.
You know what? I think we're going to probably wind up with a very usable thing.
Yes.
Like, there's going to be some shenanigans, but I reckon it's actually not going to be we'll use this during Pride Month and never again.
Yeah.
I reckon it's actually going to be like, this is going to be neat.
I think the idea is that, sure, there's going to be something like this parade. It doesn't say Pride Parade, it says a parade of fancily dressed people. They can happen anywhere, but it's going to be especially for during Pride Month. But
could we make it, if it's the Empress, that you have been selected either at random or something else to be the leader of the parade?
Yes.
Or if we're going to make it the Fabulous Deck, that's how we do it. And you are sort of shoehorned into a costume.
Yes.
Or expected to find one or something like that. Again, you can leave a lot of this to the DM, but because you want to be able to tweak it so that the person is the most comfortable with it as possible. But yeah, you
Yeah.
are the empress in this situation.
Gosh, I watched Midsummer last week.
I have yet not. No, yeah, all right. How's that?
The whole leader of the parade thing sort of reminded me of it. And I just got a chill. Is all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
Arcana knows what I'm talking about.
Karen has seen it. She said,
Her eye
I
is
said,
twitching.
should I? And she's like,
I've seen parts of
Right.
it, and I'm like, the entire time I'm going like, that's not how. That's not how. That's how. That's not how we celebrate Midsummer.
I know every time anyone does anything pagan, I am the same way.
Okay, so
But it is a good creepy. It is a good creepy.
no.
It's
So that's Moon. How do we flip it? For Sun.
yeah,
If you're losing something, ooh, same deal, but you're obliged to gain a memory. But it's not going to be a nice one.
Alternatively, you gain a memory and it alters your past to fit it in.
Ooh.
yeah. You gain one memory that changes. Oh, how would you say that? You gain one memory that alters your view of your own past. So,
Yeah?
like ridiculous example, but a few years ago, like I have this toy that I was given when I was 6 months old. My entire life, I was told it's a raccoon. When I was 35, I found out it's a red panda.
Huh.
And that, like,
Wow.
it twisted my entire worldview because that toy was.
I've been living a lie.
Yeah, like that toy has been so significant to me my entire life, and I've had it so long. It's just that twist of like, no, this is not a raccoon; it's a red panda.
I love that.
Mm.
How
Yeah.
you
Huh.
see your life up until this point? So, what would be like the moon gives you a positive thing? So, if you gain a memory, would there be a negative to it? Like, would you lose some? You would, if you're gonna make it the opposite, you would have to lose something.
Mm. I'm thinking something
Other than
like a
your
skill
grasp on reality?
proficiency.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yes.
But if we're making it system agnostic, yeah, just something, a skill or an ability that you possess.
You lose a skill or ability. You lose a skill or ability that you have
Gained through
yes,
learning, not something inherent to you.
exactly like
So an
yeah.
elf wouldn't lose the ability to trance, but
Yeah.
Yeah, in D&D terms, a proficiency, but how to put it in an agnostic way is the trick. Yeah, a skill that you have acquired through learning.
Yeah.
Which leaves it broad enough that in a rules light system, you can just say, okay, my person used to be a carpenter, they're now not. That
Yeah.
sort of...
I like that.
Andy?
I giggled at that.
It's basic. I mean, it is what it is. Like the midsummer wreath thing is a phallus, so I think it's called a maypole, but it's in June.
That's England.
Yeah.
Hi, Lilith! It is a fertility festival. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like a sparrow.
Yes, your ducks are back.
Josh, you know about Ostara/Easter, right? Why it's bunnies?
I just thought because they fucked.
No. So Easter/Ostara. Ostara is the fertility goddess who takes the form of a rabbit.
Ah. Sure. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be taking the form of anything for fertility. Yep.
Yes.
So I was right, but one step removed. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Because the Romans had no original ideas.
No.
Yeah, you finally got internet back.
Yeah, her internet died last night when we were doing, like, we had just finished favorite moments and we were saying goodbye, and normally, like, I say goodbye everyone, and she pops in the ducks. And her internet died just as I say goodbye everyone, and went black.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad part.
And other things.
Well, I'm glad you're back, Lilith.
Yes.
Yes. Sad red
We
panda.
love our Lilith.
Yes.
Ma.
It was very sad. Vitz had to do the ducks instead.
A puppy, you're so
Alright.
sad.
Yes.
So we've had moon, we've had sun.
We have Sun, Moon,
We've had-
Empress, and Wheel of Fortune so far.
Yeah.
Okay, we are 4 down, 18 to go.
And it's only taken an hour.
Okay.
So, tower, I reckon what we've got is actually already fairly good. You gain expertise in the persuasion skill. In addition, you gain uncontested legal ownership of a small keep or property somewhere in the world. However, it is currently in the hand of monsters, which you will need to clear out before you can claim it as your own. This may come with a title. I reckon we could do something with that, just make it more fabulous.
So it's
Revelers.
not overrun by monsters for one thing, it's overrun by a fey court.
So you either have to persuade them to fuck
Kill
off,
them?
or you have to persuade them
Well,
to
fuck you.
stay.
No, wait, what?
Or you have to persuade them to stay but tone it down.
I reckon possibly a coven.
I was thinking Satyr Revelers.
Ooh.
I was thinking, like, what would happen if somebody rolled a 69 in my chat?
Oh. Yes. So, again, either fuck off or tone it down.
Yeah, it is currently in the hands of a sexy party.
So, let
You
me...
need to open all the windows.
So,
What happens if we roll a 69 in your chat?
I'm obliged to put a sex cult into the
Oh.
story.
so in the official 3.5 version, it means ruin. You lose everything.
Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah.
I think. Because that was definitely in there, but I think it wasn't the tower. It was judgment, or something along those lines. It might have been.
Yeah, so it says that the tower, ruin, king of spades, which is like, no, that's not what you...
No.
Immediately lose all wealth and real property. Nope, that's not what we want. 3.
No.
So, let me try that again. Deck of many mates.
I think it should be almost immediate as well. Like, the next town you're in, unless you're already in one,
Yeah.
you are proclaimed the heir of a local minor lord or celebrity. Unfortunately, their relatives or staff are still there, and they're having a sexy party.
You're complain. Yes, you're gonna get some complaints if you don't make them tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm just imagining this happening in Barovia.
A bacchanalia.
You wander into town and suddenly you have just taken Strahd's castle.
An orgy, but a Roman-style orgy. Sexy bird. Yeah.
Got that in my mind now. No.
That's an old reference. Bearded Dragons, a deep pull. That's an old Family Guy reference. It's time for a sexy party.
I mean, when I get stressed, I have Kermit the Frog doing Benny Hill in my head, so.
Thought you were going to say when you get stressed, you have a sexy party. I know I do.
My life is just a sexy party. What are you talking about?
Well, this is it.
You proclaim the heir of a wealthy person and become the owner of their estate. Should it be like the next? Yeah, you said something about the next time you walk into.
It has to be near.
Yeah.
Like I don't want it to be like, and well, we're in the middle of a forest. It's going to take us 3 days to get to the nearest anywhere. I reckon it should be like the next time you are up in a place where this could logically happen, similar to the Empress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just sort of, you are rich now, yay.
So, the next time you come upon a sprawling estate or a larger town, the next time you come upon a larger town, no, larger city, I think, you are proclaimed the heir of a wealthy person and become the owner of their.
Or you could go full Rocky Horror with it, and like literally within the next day you come across a
Yes.
manor out in the woods.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are having a full bore sexy party in there.
The next.
And you are. They're like, oh, you're back.
The
The
next.
master is here.
Yes, I love it. The next evening, you come upon a large mansion.
Yeah.
And when you knock, or when you enter this mansion, you are immediately proclaimed the owner of this place.
Yeah. How do I? So you've met my faithful handyman. That song got me the role of Lancelot in Spamalot.
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't
I sang
allowed.
it sitting in. I sang it sitting on the musical director's lap, and I think that got me.
Josh, would you like to know something hilarious?
Maybe. You weren't that person. I remember that was David Hardy.
No, I had an 86-year-old very best friend named Ruth. She passed away this year. But several years ago,
I think you've told me about Ruth.
Before she got dementia and passed, I used to go to her ladies' bowls club Christmas party. Just the ladies one. And there was a talent show on, and I always used to do a number with her and a number alone. Well, I did that particular song alone, and also ended up sitting in the bowls club manager's lap at the very end. And God, was he pink.
For some reason, I wasn't allowed to do time warp for my audition for a Winnie the Pooh musical when I lived in Las Vegas.
No. Rude. Rude.
Crossing the international punchline, I think. That's, yeah.
Okay, the next evening you come upon a mansion and you are immediately proclaimed the owner of said mansion. The problem is...
Everyone inside is having a sexy party, and most of them are happy to see you. Which leaves it ambiguous enough that the DM can make this a story point, or
Yes.
you just own a random mansion in the woods full of sexy revelers. And a bloke on a motorcycle with a saxophone.
Yeah.
I have a saxophone and a motorcycle. I could do that. What?
I don't think you've got the same build as Meatloaf, dear.
No, I don't. But does it matter? I've more got the
Or
build of Rocky.
proclivities. Yeah. Rocky!
Who was
Bendy
it?
whistle.
Wait, wasn't it?
Theo was fabulous.
Was it you, Josh, who played Rocky at some
Maybe.
point?
No, I
Okay.
played Rocky.
I have dressed up as Rocky for Halloween.
It's
Several
not really
times.
dressing up, is it? It's putting on
No,
one
not
more
really.
item of clothing than you normally wear.
Who? I also have the gold boots.
Oh, shoes. Shoes, yes, yes.
I know there was someone I was talking to who said that they played Rocky in a stage musical of it, and they had to go outside. So basically, what they were wearing was the boots, the shorts, the hot pants, and a coat.
He was wearing hot pants? Oh, no. I've got gold Speedos for that.
Oh,
Remember.
The
okay.
hot pants are
Go-go
too overdressed
shorts.
for Rocky.
Yeah.
No, hot pants overdressed for Rocky. Speedos.
I tell you what, this D2 is very fun to play with. It's just slightly, it's matte, not glossy. So it's got a slight texture to it, and it's very pleasant. It's a good fiddle, which is problematic because it means I will inevitably drop it.
Most
that's
To
of
join one
the
of the many other fiddles underneath my desk.
travelers are happy to see
Oh, good girl.
you.
Speedos, it's a privilege, not a right.
Yes. Oh my
Oh,
god,
I'm glad to
yes.
hear it, Lilith.
Absolutely
Yes.
yes. I will never forget. I mean, this guy seriously traumatized me.
Andy.
No. Now, I'm not
Yes,
sure if
that's why they're married now.
Yeah.
no, I don't think I've ever seen Andy in a pair of Speedos. I'm pretty sure he could pull it off though. But this guy was about
Well, one of you could.
definitely him.
No, pull them off.
Oh.
Try this.
No, so this guy, he was like maybe 6'2". I was working as security at a festival, and this guy comes by wearing only flip-flops and Speedos, red Speedos. He's maybe 6'2", and about the same circumference. And he smells like he hasn't showered for 2 weeks, living in a tent.
Yo.
Yeah, we had to body search everyone who walked by to see if they tried to bring in booze or weapons or anything like that. Oh,
Well, that one wouldn't have taken long.
yeah, my bad. He was wearing another piece of something as well. The access band around his wrist. So access band, red Speedos, and flip-flops. That was it. And he walks up to me and just stands. You know that Ajax commercial when they stand in the doorway like, hi? Forming an X. Oh,
Jump.
he blocked the entire
Oh, wait.
path with his body and just went, touch me. And I was like, no.
Please, someone. It's been so long since I felt a human warmth.
Oh, God.
How about for the devil?
Ooh.
It has to be fabulous. You know it. It has to be over
Yeah,
the top.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. I cannot type because I've got cards all over my keyboard.
I'm thinking the devil from The Grim Adventures
Georgia?
of Bill and Mandy.
Hmm.
I've only seen the images of it, and I know who voices it. His stage name is Voltaire, and he's amazing. My favorite song of his is "When You're Evil."
I love Voltaire. Also, the devil, shadow self, attachment, addiction, restriction, sexuality, upright. Reversed, releasing limiting beliefs, exploring dark thoughts, detachment. So... we've already done something similar to shadow self.
Yeah.
Hmm. I want it to be naughty
Yes.
rather than evil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
How about
you, as you draw the card, you essentially get a demonic follower in naughty attire, who is a little bit naughty. Sort of like a scene
wasn't what I was
servant.
gonna do.
Okay.
A scene servant. Yeah, SCEIENE.
Yes.
Yes. But yes, what was your idea, Josh?
mine was different, but it occurs to me it doesn't fit for every person who is LGBT. But you have a sexy encounter. Somebody who is like your sort of ideal partner is actually a better way of putting it, because then that does make it sort of better for ace people. So it doesn't have to be necessarily physically romantic or even sexual. It could be just
really good talk and a cup of tea.
But that doesn't have to be the devil. That could be the king.
Yes.
Or there's a bunch that would fit that. The lovers. Emperor.
The lovers would be a good one.
Work. The Emperor or the lovers would work just as well. So let's go with Terraces for the devil, because that's funny.
It's like
they say wildly, they say wildly inappropriate things as well. They are just they. I think there is a negative for them being around.
Yes.
And they cannot be kept away from you. They are a fiend.
Yeah.
So they are capable of blamphing through doors. You can't get away from them.
Basically, like the fan in Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Sure, I played that.
It's basically if you win an arena challenging, this wood elf guy will not stop following you and just talking about how awesome you are. Loudly to everyone. Try to sneak with that bastard behind you.
That's why I just married Lydia and got over it. In Skyrim, I was just like, she's pretty enough, I'll take that one. And you could dress her up in all the fancy outfits.
If
as
you
long
want...
as they have better armor classes than her basic armor.
Yeah, if you want a really fabulous partner in Skyrim, I highly recommend Vilgas or Farkas from the Companions. Because they go from rough and I'm going to kill you, I'm a manly man, to how was your day there?
Excellent.
And, can I cook for you, please? It's like, the hell happened to my wolf man? This is a puppy.
What's the matter, puppy? She wasn't talking about you. You can go away now.
But yes, so the devil, you get a scene servant, a fiendish scene servant.
Yeah. Bonded
I'm
to your
thinking-
soul.
I'm almost thinking Satan from South Park.
You get a
Plop,
fiendish
plop, plop.
scene servant bonded to your soul who will follow you around and
obeys your commands, generally speaking.
obeys your commands but with their own interpretation.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But will not leave you.
With their own interpretation, as long as your commands do not put them in mortal danger or force them to leave you.
They are fabulous.
Yes. They are fabulous and will therefore
Make sure everybody
Yeah.
knows it.
Their
affect-
alignment is chaotic fabulous.
Yes.
I think you don't need to do very much more than that. You just find as few words to say. They are extroverted and chaotic fabulous.
They yes, they are extroverted and
Yeah.
chaotic, fabulous.
You're
Therefore,
chaotic, naughty.
therefore,
Chaotic Morty.
therefore, your ability to sneak and have a normal conversation will be negative. Could be.
I reckon, yeah, leave it to, if you can figure out a way around it, it's like,
Yes.
all right, how close are you allowed to stay to me? Like,
There-
how far away can I get from you?
Your
Can you create a diversion?
ability to be stealth. That's not how you spell stealthy. Stealthy.
Because, yeah, if you use it
Um,
right, this could actually
yeah.
improve. If you was like, okay, I want you to go and distract that guard in the best way you can. And if you learn to play the devil well, it's just like, I want you to distract that guard. And I think you know what that means. That guard's getting an unwanted sexual advance right about now. Then
Yeah. And hold normal conversations can be affected. Positive or negative is up to you.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to create just a couple of stat blocks and descriptions for these guys for people to just adopt if they get it. Just here's
Yes.
10. Quick one.
Pocket glitter. One of them has an attack called pocket glitter.
Okay, so the devil,
Pocket
you
glitter or glitter bomb.
yes. You get a fiendish scene servant bonded to your soul who will follow you around and obey your commands. Obey your
Yeah.
commands.
Obey your commands,
With their
provided they do not separate them from you.
with their own interpretation, as long as your commands do not put them in mortal danger or force them to leave you. They are extroverted and chaotic fabulous. Therefore, your ability to be stealthy and hold normal conversations can be affected.
Yeah. Love it.
So we were talking about
Punish, you are correct.
yes, glitter is the
Crop
purpose of
dust.
cleaning. It always comes back.
I woke up with glitter in my beard a couple of days ago. Neither of us have been near or in or around glitter in a while. Not sure how it happened.
Little Miss Stupid that is sitting next to me, also known as Titter, also known as Satellite Dish Ears, once ate an entire plastic container of glitter.
Ooh. Sparkly poops. Love it.
Yes, Sparkle Poo. You remember Sparkle Poops, Bubba? Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
Siri once got into one of these,
Ooh.
the gold one.
Oh.
Oh no.
We came home and found her, and she'd sort of holding it under her paw on the front in the living room carpet. Almost all of the house was tiles, but the living room carpet wasn't. And grey, lovely grey carpet. And so she had painted all of her nails, all of her claws were gold. She had gold in the hair around her muzzle, and there was a lovely big stain of gold paint on the. I mean, they're not a huge amount of paint, but gold goes a long way.
Yes.
Can't believe I got my cleaning deposit back for that house.
Good girl. Stay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get a random sexy encounter.
Was that the lovers?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Your ideal match, I think, is how we'd
Yeah.
call
Yeah.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
You get an encounter with your ideal match.
Your perfect partner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifies and obligates the player to do very little.
Yes. You get an encounter with your ideal match. Is that all we're gonna do with that, or are we gonna fluff it out, or?
I don't think we need to.
No.
I think DM's discretion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So
Yeah.
yeah, it works really well. Not everything has to be like 5 sentences long. So we were talking about something for the Emperor as well.
I think that was what I was thinking for the
Okay.
Emperor, but Lovers makes more sense. For Star, the Star is normally an increase of abilities.
Yeah.
Power.
We did the tower.
Hope, rejuvenation, positivity, pessimism, despair, or discouragement in the reverse. Ooh. How to make that applicable to everybody? I like the rejuvenation element of it.
Yeah.
Ooh. You find something you have lost.
Yes.
It could be ephemeral, it could be a hypothetical thing. Your father's love, your granny, your red panda toy when you were 3. That sort of, yeah.
Buster,
I was just picking examples out of the air. Yeah. Your pet, your rabbit hand puppet that's like in a hat, so that you can come out and you can be that that you lost at the tavern at university about 15 years ago. Just examples, just random things.
Okay. So what I wrote was, you find something you have lost. This can be physical, abstract, or a memory.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah. Like
Let's
that.
put her away.
Yep.
So we've got everything except Judgment and the World at the back end of the deck.
We also have back end. Yeah. I was like, we have the Fool left, but that's the first card.
Oh, there's a bunch of the ones at the beginning. I'm just working from the back first
Yeah.
because we did Moon, Sun, Star, and Tower. The Judgment and World, a little book.
We haven't done death yet, have we? No.
No. Oh no, we did.
Okay.
We did Death.
No, the devil.
No, that was Devil. I apologize. That was Devil. The World, fulfillment, completion, masterpiece. Ooh. Incompletion, stagnation, displeasure being the reverse. But I think we're normally playing the upright versions. Masterpiece, completion, something along those lines. You create a masterwork of some kind, the most likely thing that you would create, and it is lauded and respected, and everybody goes, "Oh my god!" Either a dance or a piece of music, or a fighting style, if it's a barbarian, that sort of thing. Like, as wide as they like, as broad as they like.
Yes.
Which you could either display, or there could be a mechanical benefit. Again, all the DM's call.
Yeah, so what I was thinking is that something you wish to achieve succeeds in...
Perfectly.
Yes. So, which one was that?
Beyond all expectations. That was the world.
Yeah. Something...
It's the nat 20 of nat 20s.
Yes. It's like rolling 4 nat 20s in a row.
Yeah. I think it should be a creative endeavor, though.
Yeah.
Not just...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you... It's like I'd call it Eureka. I like the thing that you've been working on, the thing that you've always just had in the back of your mind, the thing that your character has always wanted to do, but never quite wrapped their head around quite how to do it. Instantly, they know exactly how, and it just sort of pops fully formed into their mind. They're like, that's it. And then they just do it. And then either in a night of feverish activity, they just create this thing. Be it what it will, a giant painting, an orchestra, a whatever. Symphony, not an orchestra. They don't create 40-odd human beings and make them play music.
No, I don't know. Maybe if you're having a gun.
That'd be fun. Yeah. In a night, that's, you know...
Pew pew. Entire litter of 40. God, no.
Not sure that's the noise they make.
No.
Pew 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 pew.
Unless they're alligators.
Yes.
Do you think gator folk would lay eggs? Or do you think that they would have live birth?
Gators would lay eggs.
I don't know. Do gators give birth to live young?
No, they lay eggs.
Yeah, then yeah.
I mean, according to lore, Githyanki lay eggs.
Huh.
At least they pretend to. They call
you say that like it's weird. Dragonborn come from eggs.
Yeah, but Githyanki don't look like dragons. They don't look like lizards at all.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to emulate the dragons that they have, so they're talking about their homes as hatching grounds. But I don't know how they're born. I haven't looked into it. Completed to perfection. Okay, so the world, a creative endeavor you've been working on for a while, is completed to perfection. Would you get some form of boon for that? Like...
Yeah. Either it's valuable or it comes with a mechanical improvement for you, or like it could be anything. I would take out for a while.
Okay.
Something that's just, it doesn't need to have been, because that limited, like, oh god, well, I don't think my character has really been working on anything for a while. They've got an intelligence of 6, you know?
Okay, so...
but it could be anything. Yeah. So if a thief was like, I've been working on this technique for climbing walls, now you're really good at climbing walls.
Yeah.
It could be that simple, or it could be artistic. Yeah, maybe you'll find a way to imply an artistic pursuit.
Okay, so so I changed it to a creative endeavor you've been working on is completed to perfection. You gain a boon from this Eureka moment.
Yeah. A boon of some type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
So it would be up to, like, you would have to work with, like, the player would have to work with their GM to establish exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Judgment is rebirth, awakening, or composure. And in my deck, it's a cicada, which kind of tracks, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Makes sense.
It really does.
In mine, it is a little forest lady with antlers playing a flute under a large tree
Nice.
in the snow. And little
And I'm
baby
like-
ones all around.
Cute. Rebirth, awakening. Ooh, it's too like the devil. Because I was like, ooh, you like an animal or plant near you awakens. It's got a fabulous personality.
So,
Rebirth.
yeah, so what I
Rebirth
was...
is the one that really jumps out at me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So, like, so what I was thinking was that a part of you that you really enjoy but has had to take a back seat in your life now has a chance to bloom.
How would you word that?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Like a narrative opportunity is the DM is obliged to put in a narrative opportunity for said thing to happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
It would,
I love it.
yeah,
I like this idea. It's how to word it.
exactly. Like,
yeah.
I'm thinking, like, if you're playing a stereotypical orc or half orc, and who really wants to be able to do magic.
Yeah.
Suddenly they come across.
Oh yeah.
Like, they come.
I've been stereotyped. Like everybody keeps making me kill stuff because I'm an orc and I'm really good at it. But all I've ever really wanted to be is a world-class pastry chef.
Yeah. Exactly. And you would. Oh, thank you so much. So you would get that.
Mugbork the cook orc.
Or the cork, if you will.
No, that
I
would mean I'm a
posted that,
sommelier.
card and cool stuff, by the way.
Ooh.
We actually in a Candlekeep Mysteries, we got an extension cork at one point.
An extension cork.
Yeah, so what happened was that they were trying to get out of a well, and the thief managed to do, or the rogue managed to do some, Hollywood, no, not Hollywood, but, kung fu movie, wall jumping bullshit to get up with a rope in his hand, and dropped it down. It was just not long enough for the less strong characters to get up. So the half-orc barbarian did a jump, grabbed onto it, and the others climbed up along the half-orc.
Him.
Yeah. So he became the extension half-orc, which...
Extension cork.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, here we go.
Yes, so my...
I love the art on these cards.
Yes, I have that deck somewhere. It's annoying.
Oh wow.
So we are looking at Judgment. Judgment, where would they be?
Should be down the bottom. Number 21.
Oh, these do have numbers on them.
Oh, I think it's called Universe in this one. Yeah, it's called the Universe in this one. It's really pretty.
Ah.
So my girlfriend has the cat tarot deck.
Ah, cute.
And death is a vacuum cleaner, and the devil is a dog.
That's adorable.
That's funny.
So judgment. Something that is an important part of you. No, how about how would people... Yeah.
Within a week, something that is an important part of your personality that you have been obliged to put aside for your life of adventuring.
Huh?
Even within a day, an opportunity to indulge in something you have been forced to put aside due to your adventurous lifestyle. You come across an opportunity for that. It's roundabout. Sensible.
Yeah. Within a day, something that you have been forced to put aside due to your adventurous lifestyle.
You get an opportunity for the thing that you... Within a day, you get an opportunity to indulge in something you have been forced to put aside because of your adventuring lifestyle. Reawakening your love of this thing.
Excellent.
It would be great if it was the solution to a trap
Yes.
or puzzle. Like, you can't mandate that in the wording, but that's how I'd sort of work it in.
Yeah.
This beautiful thing about your character will be the solution! Twiddle the mustache. The only reason I have it. The unfound deck. Yes, thank you. I guess to see.
So fabulous.
And now he is a wary then.
Reawakening your
Wear
love
it.
for it, and
I wish I could grow a mustache as fabulous as yours, sir. I get a few sad wisps, and that is all.
All I can do. This is about as much as it fills in. Mind you, I haven't grown it out in years, so I don't know. The cheeks might get thicker. Hey, Tony, how's it going, mate?
I mean, my addition to...
How's it fucking going? You good?
How you gone?
My addition to the facial hair club is peach fuzz. Because everyone gets a little bit of peach fuzz. And the random, like, really dark, really bristly hair.
Yeah, the one that everybody wants.
Yeah, it's like, the hell?
Do we have to?
Yes, so within a day you get the opportunity to indulge in something that you have been forced to put aside due to your adventurous lifestyle, reawakening your love for and your skill in it.
Yeah. This could be open to a mechanical boon.
Yeah.
But doesn't have to be.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So,
That's us all the way up to temperance.
Where is temperance in my deck? Oh,
so
no.
temperance.
Oh, there she is.
A rock crab. Tranquility, balance, and self-control.
Mine is a river with a little white deer that has a tree antlers, basically. The Forest King.
Right. In this one, it's called the Aeon.
Ooh.
And it's basically the same thing. It's an image of Horus sitting with a staff in one hand and an ankh in the other. And
balance, moderation, patience, purpose, or imbalance, excess, self-healing, realignment.
I quite like the one I've already got for this. The next time the character spares the life of an enemy, they are blessed.
yeah.
by their moderation.
Yeah.
And the blessing, we can change and fabulousize the blessing.
Yes.
Because the one I've got is by a fey being, which makes them resistant to any charm or mind control effect. But
they would
we
gain
could definitely change that.
Yeah, I would say like a blessing that you get.
You could just leave it as a blessing and let
Yeah.
the DM call it.
Yeah,
They're
that is
blessed
pretty
by
fabulous.
They are blessed by a fey queen.
Yes. The next time you spare.
They're blessed by the Peacock Prince.
In
Yes.
your games, yes.
Yeah.
The next time you spare.
They receive a golden peacock feather as a sign of this honor.
Yes, tweezer hairs. Thank you, Crispy
As a
Crunch.
badge.
Yes, tweezer hairs.
Hey, Crunchy.
I hate tweezer hairs.
Hello.
The next time you spare the life of an enemy, you are blessed by a fabulous being.
Your moderation. For your moderation.
Yes.
Because that's the point of the thing. Yeah, by a fabulous queen. I think just by a queen. And leave it there.
Yes.
Queen in inverted commas, allowing anybody to do whatever they want with it. Could be a fairy queen. Could be the queen of all the unicorns, which is the most fabulous thing I can think of. Could be the queen of the forest gnomes. Could be the fiercest queen at the local tavern during their Friday evening review. I don't know. Not a doctor.
Could be the prima donna of an opera.
Exactly.
Oh, goodness.
Crunchy. I've been blessed by the donkey corn. It's like a unicorn, but the horn is pointy. Could be a fairy queen. Well, that was my thinking.
Yes.
But we are wanting it to be we're trying to remove any elements of pejorative. Anything that anybody could take wrongly or rightly the wrong way.
Okay, so
I personally will take. I personally will take the title of Fairy Queen. Thank you.
Dairy Queen. Oh, I want ice cream.
A Dairy Queen? Isn't that just Bossy? Bossy being
Yes.
my
Don't you have?
my
Yeah.
cat?
Okay, so Temperance. The next time you spare the life of an enemy, you are blessed by a queen.
Yeah. Bestowing some mechanical benefit.
Yeah.
Cool. Death. Black card spells disaster. Your soul is drawn from your body and contained in an object in a place of the DM's choice. One or more powerful beings guard the place. While your soul is trapped in this way, the mechanical effect is you lose all ability to cast magic, and your abilities become those of a fighter or rogue, your choice, of the same level. You become fiend for the purpose of creature type and cannot astral project. A wish spell can't restore your soul, but the spell does reveal the location of the object that holds it. You draw no more cards, is what I've got.
So
don't know if that's
death
any
is-
useful to you.
Death is endings, change, transformation, transition, or in the reverse, resistance to change, personal transformation, inner purging.
Hmm.
So, my first idea, it comes from an idea that me and Terris had a long time ago, which is basically playing Candlekeep Mysteries, but from the viewpoint of sentient books. So,
Yes.
what we were looking at was, you know how Order of the Scribes get awakened spell books?
Yeah.
And so, like, and we would be playing sassy spell books. So, but instead of having your soul drawn away from you and stored in another object, you would gain some form of. Well, that's too close to the devil, though. I think.
Yeah. I was almost thinking, actually, for this one, the Wheel of Fortune is almost better. What we've got for Wheel of Fortune actually almost works better for death. Because it's about transformation, transitioning, that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So...
Wheel of Fortune sort of trivializes it as well.
Yeah, let's put it in under death instead. What would we put for Wheel of Fortune then?
Weapons book for inspiration. Cycles, Destiny, Serendipity. The one that jumps out to me there is Cycles. What goes around comes around.
Also, good luck, karma, destiny, turning points.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea. Depending on
Ooh, that's freaking cool. I like that. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah.
Crisp and Crunch. One of your objects gains or loses sentience is neat. No other benefits. Yeah.
So my idea was up until the point you draw the card, but this would have to you would have to keep track. Your actions decide if you get a bane or a boon.
Ooh.
So if, for example, if you're playing what we would like to from now on call locusts, you would get a bane.
Or the DM is the arbiter over the next 24 hours.
Yes.
The player doesn't know.
Yeah.
They've drawn the Wheel of Card Fate. They don't know what it does. But over the next, if you're playing a one-shot hour, or not otherwise over the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
The next convenient period of time. And if you are a comically good person,
yeah,
you get a nice thing. I like that. Is good.
Yeah. So let's say, at some point in the near future, an arbiter will come down, and based on your action, or an arbiter will show up, and based on your actions, you will gain a bane or a boon.
Yeah.
Well, up here, and no, let's not do run-on sentences. At some point in the future, an arbiter will appear. Depending on your actions. From the moment of drawing this card until the moment the arbiter appears, you will gain a boon or a bane. A strawberry or a lump of coal? Yes.
You have awakened the tiny bat in my head with the word strawberry.
Okay, so at some point in the near future, an arbiter will appear. Depending on your actions from the moment of drawing this card, until the moment that the arbiter appears, you will gain a boon or a bane.
Yeah.
Me like.
Yeah. And that also gives the DM time to think of what it is.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. We are down
Cool.
to...
Nice.
Which one is after
The
10?
Hanged One.
Ooh.
The Hanged One and Strength are number 12 and 11, and then Wheel of Fortune was 10. The Hanged One, Confinement, Perspective, Sacrifice, if reversed, Discontentment, Indifference, Empty-Handed.
I feel that one would be like a straight up negative one.
Yeah?
Because we have a bunch of positive or neutral ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have very many bad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor surrender, letting go, new perspectives. Or delays, resistance, stalling, indecision.
You are convicted of a crime.
Ooh.
Wrongly or not. Your the villains, the evils of your past catch up with you. And yeah, you were imprisoned or something, and your party must either break you out, or if you are innocent, it becomes a minor thing to get you out for whatever reason.
Yeah. So yeah, I put in, you are convicted of a crime. The evils of your past catch up with you, or you are wrongly convicted.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how to flavor it for fabulous.
Yeah.
Without wanting to sort of vilify members of the LGBTQIA industry or community. But I was like, you're gay and we hate that. Get in prison. We don't want to do that.
No. Through a public spectacle.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a wild magic thing in the long list I have, which is
do not pass, go straight to jail, collect $200. Yeah, that I had something similar in mind.
Yeah, there's one that says the cast. It specifies at some points that you use magic to cause this, but it says the caster is believed to be a villain. Okay, through a public spectacle.
Ooh.
You are convicted of a crime.
Tony says stolen bread. Very lame is. And Grudge says dress as a fool and march through the public streets as punishment. I think it'd be part of the punishment. And let the DM flavor it how they will. Based on how their player will react.
Yes.
Not a bad thought. That makes it a little bit more fabulous. The everybody else has a party. They're like, yay, we got them! Woo! And yeah, your this is greeted with much celebration by the townspeople.
Yes. Okay, so through a public spectacle, you are convicted of a crime. Your conviction is cause for celebration.
Yes, by the townspeople, which is why it's so hard to get it overturned.
Yes.
Not because it's probably not legit, and if it is, good. But if it's not legit, then it's the work of half an hour for the party to get them out. They just have to talk to the right person. The bard has to convince the right person, and then everybody's like, oh, all right then, fine. And if they are guilty, then it can be a little bit more of a thing. This is your punishment for being a locust.
Yeah. And also, like, not specifying like court of law and such. It could be like, okay, so the town thinks you're guilty. They're not gonna wait for the legal system.
Yeah. It's 3 to 5 working days. We don't have time for that. We
Yeah.
need a party now.
Exactly.
Yeah, love it. That.
Yep.
Cut it, print it.
Awesome.
Strength. I wonder what this could mean. Bravery, compassion, control. Oh, I am surprised. Bravery. This one is the one
Strength?
I have for a dear. Strong. Compassion, denial. If reverse, self-doubt, weakness, reactionary.
I have an idea, but that would fit more with the tower.
Your character immediately becomes powerfully in need of a hug.
Yes.
By someone bigger and stronger than they are.
Oh, that would suck so much if you're playing a Goliath.
You can find a troll.
Yes.
Yeah. Or a friendly storm giant.
By someone markedly larger and stronger than them. They need to feel safe
Yes.
and held.
You feel an immediate need to be held by someone. Larger and stronger than you.
I would say significantly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
put in the word significantly larger and stronger than you. Like a size class.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard for a gnome, but try to
Not a problem for a halfling or a fairy, yeah, no. But
But try to get that to work with that half-orc or a Goliath.
even just a human would have to go looking for someone, yeah.
Yeah. Should I put need or urge? I think need would work better.
I think it's need, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I reckon until this need is satisfied, they have a negative.
Yes.
Until this need is satisfied, you have a DM-described bane. This would actually be difficult for Scan, and he hangs out with Ryland and Charlie. Because he's about Ryland's size, and Charlie, while significantly larger, only has one arm.
Aww.
So doesn't give good hugs.
You can still snuggle.
I can imagine no one Scan would cuddle with less.
Okay, so you feel an immediate need to be held by someone significantly larger and stronger than you. Until this need is satisfied, you gain a bane.
Yeah.
I love this.
It's like one of the illnesses in Grim Hollow. It's basically like you have one of the illnesses is you become attracted to everyone around, and it's a sexually transmitted illness.
When I run this through my group, I hope that Grat gets that one. Grat is an ogre, and significantly the largest member of our party, of the party that I'm running on Thursdays. And I hope he pulls that card, because that would be freaking amazing. Especially since they're on a boat right now.
I would absolutely use, like, you would get a bane to your willpower or wisdom if you run it in D&D. But we're trying to make it a little bit more like system agnostic.
I would tweak it for that illness is awesome, I agree. Yeah. Negative to willpower. I would tailor it to the player. I would tailor it to the character. Yeah, definitely. I'd call it the little spoons, I call. Yeah. But like if it was a really big, strong character, then they would get a negative in strength.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick on something they're already really good at, rather than making them absurdly shit at something they're not already good at.
Yeah.
Or, even more fun, you barbarian with a wisdom of 11, you're like, no, it's 8.
Yeah.
It's like, spam the wisdom saves. DM has fun. The Hermit is the next one. Hermit is solitude, self-reflection, contemplation. The lynx sits atop the mountain.
Oh, I have It's basically the opposite of strength.
Oh. You have a powerful need to get as far away from everyone as possible.
Yes, basically. And,
I love it. Yeah.
You become aggressive towards anyone who tries to impose their
Your
presence.
pink bubble is now 30 feet.
Yes.
Yeah. You become an angsty teen. You basically... Stop it, Mom! You don't understand!
Skylar, is that you?
Yeah. The introvert card, yeah. No, I think Skylar was nobody understands me. I think is the terrorist quote I have in my head.
Yes, you intensely need to have 2 hours of solitude.
Yeah.
I put it.
Yes, you feel a powerful need to retreat to your fortress of solitude.
Okay, so
I'm heading to the Pillar Fort of Contemplation. I'll be back in 2 hours.
Leave me alone.
I think, like, you have to spend 24 hours in complete solitude and silence, and until you do that, is 2 hours is a day enough? Is a day too much?
I would say until your. No, that would be D&D specific.
D&D terms.
D&D.
Yeah, D&D terms. I'd say long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
But.
Like, I wanted to go because the hugs thing can go on until they find someone bigger than them to hug them, and then convince them to do so. Similar this, and if they're on a boat, my god, I like. It just straight up doesn't wear off until they manage. It's more the time limit you need to set is how long they need to be alone for.
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than how long it takes for it to wear off. So, but like, if you're, I'm thinking for things like where we would use this the most, probably Jaspers, or sort of one-offs, one-shots.
Yeah.
And in a one-shot, being obliged to this character fucks off for a day, or they have a permanent negative, is a bit of a dick pull one way or the other.
Yeah.
So tweak it. Like, I'd leave it DM discretion for how long you have to be alone for this effect to wear off, depending on how long it's going to have the potential to go on for. But at least 2 hours and as possibly as much as a day. This is the thing, Cycle. Yeah, a day is plenty of time for some, or not nearly enough for other situations. A day is far too long for a one-shot, but could be exceptionally easily done in a longer form narrative. In Humblewood, they wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah.
Except currently, well, actually, both parties are rather on a time frame right now, but yeah, normally it wouldn't be that much of a big deal. And I definitely would, in Humblewood, make it a day. You have to be alone for a day.
Okay, I'll put it in work with your GM to set the time limit.
Yeah, I think because it's the DM who's going to be drawing these, the DM reads it first.
Yeah.
It can just be phrased like DM's discretion on length, but yeah. Because some of these players should not know what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until the set time has How would you phrase that? Hello, English.
I'll be back in a sec.
Past. You are hostile to all other sentient beings. Yeah, how are we enjoying it so far, guys?
Well, I'm enjoying it.
Oh, that's not the sound my shoulder's supposed to do. Make.
Oh no.
Or maybe it should. I don't know.
Oh no.
I know. I'm in trouble.
Oh no.
I'm in danger. Ooh, that's pretty.
Oh, did you see the card?
Yes.
That is not actually one of my favorites. I really like Death and the Devil in this set. Let's see if I can find those.
I really like the moon in the Toth Tarot.
So you've got the same set, yes?
No, I thought you finished around.
The what?
I had it in my head for some reason that you finished around.
Yeah, no, I don't have. I have the Toth Tarot, and then I have an more generic one. I used to also have the Raider White, but I lost cards in that one. Ooh.
I'll send this. I'll send my two favorite cards through as well. In the cool stuff.
Oh, those are nice.
I specifically like the devil because
Gee,
I
I
think that's
wonder
exactly how. Hey now.
I know.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, no. But I feel so called out right now.
Oh, I found an image earlier today that I based my entire Autumn Wings story on, and it's close to that.
Yeah. Need to be alone for a game
Sharing more
significant
cards.
period.
Yeah.
I actually think that's a very good way of putting it. You feel the need to be alone for a game significant period. Is quite a good way of phrasing it.
Yes.
Oh god, that shoe image. Canis, no. That would happen to me, but I don't wear Crocs.
Where are we looking? What?
Cool stuff on my Discord.
Cool stuff. Okay. Haven't looked at this one in a while. Scroll. Ugh. It's an old one, but I just seen Max Penwing as it's like if you would only bear daughters to the Atreides, that would be great. That was very funny. Ha! The Crocs is excellent. That's very funny.
Okay, so
Oh, now we're seeing the terrace ones. Yes, that's pretty. And the devils. I don't see why you like these ones.
Yes, that was the joke. Rude. True.
okay, so what I wrote was
You
feel
did say something so hurtful and yet so brave.
you feel an immediate need to be alone for a game significant period of time. Until the set time has passed, you are hostile to all other sentient beings trying to impose their presence on you.
Ooh. Yeah, that's cool. It's grumpy with everyone.
Yes.
And allies don't get to view you as allies.
No.
That's interesting.
So
Anybody who tries to cast a spell on you, it doesn't work. If you're like ally, you have to pass the check
yeah.
to cast the spell on. Yeah. Ooh, I like it. The only trick is it enforces a way of behavior on the player. But it's for a very short term.
Yeah, it is.
And it clearly to be funny. And given that a lot of D&D, not all D&D players, but a lot of us are gregarious introverts, we can play that reasonably well.
Oh, hold on. I have a better way of phrasing it. You count as hostile.
Yes. Better. Yeah.
I like that.
You don't actually have to be hostile or feel hostile.
Yes.
But mechanic-wise, you are a hostile being.
Yeah.
Right, Tida.
Yes.
Sid?
So we are hermit. I think we're gonna have to just do the major arcana today, because tangenting is a thing we do.
I'm glad I called it. Yeah, well, yeah. Look, the others are, there's a lot more. Also, the major arcana is a full deck of many things.
Yeah.
Effectively. We just did you don't need to do the big one. I found a really good shortcut, and I'm not sure how it would work.
Exactly.
For this. I reckon that means we can play with pustules.
Yeah. Basically. But yeah, the hermit. So, the next one would be...
For the Emperor, new clothes!
Yes! Emperor...
You acquire. You are the next time you encounter a merchant or market stall owner of any kind. They have for sale the finest clothing you have ever seen. You must possess it, and only you can see it. That's the secret the DM does not tell you.
Yes. Oh, I have one. How I would play this
and the seller doesn't even charge you for it. They're like, no, it's too perfect for you. You must have it, sire.
Yes. Like the way I would play it is like if it was gender appropriate clothing, but think Rocky from Rocky Horror. That's what everyone else sees.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not nude.
No.
All the entrances to your body are covered just.
Yes.
Nipple tassels.
Yes,
Why
but
did I
they
say that
just
out loud?
look like larger nipples. That we call malicious compliance.
Do these clothes, however, while being worn, grant a boon?
Yes. I would say that if you wear them, you would gain some form of...
charismatic bonus or similar.
Yes.
So you are actively encouraged to strut around in almost nothing.
Yes.
Also, you feel as if you are wearing full clothing.
Yes.
Yes.
So you and it's warm. So you're not affected by the elements.
It makes... Actually, I'd like to say not just warm. I would like to say that it keeps you at your optimum temperature.
Yeah.
while
It is
they are
so
warm.
well made that wherever you are, that's the boon. It is so well made that wherever you are, you find yourself at the optimum temperature. They are breezy in the warm, and they are very warming in the cold.
Yes.
Now I want to play this in Rime of the Frost Maiden.
And everyone who sees them is taken aback by your splendor. And you word it as broadly as that. This can provide a boon, if the DM wants to allow. But it could just be, I'm fabulous, deal with it. And I let the player describe it. If they were the kind of person who would lean in and have fun with it.
Yes.
Like, I would absolutely throw it to my players. But I know that without exception, they would all go, hell yes. I'm now
I
having a
intend to
vivid
incorporate
mental
this
image.
Thursday after next, so...
I'm having a vivid mental image of Helvig Dewpoint, the steel hedgehog, wandering around in a gold budgie smuggler.
Okay. So. So what I wrote was new clothes. The next time you encounter a merchant, they will gift you an astoundingly beautiful outfit. This outfit will grant you a boon to your interactions with other creatures, and you feel at your optimal temperature at all times. To everyone except you, you seem to be wearing next to nothing.
Yeah. White strap outfit has perfect temperature control. It is the Borat green mankini. And now Helvig is wearing that, and it's better.
When I worked in a second-hand shop, someone actually donated a Borat green mankini.
Josh. Donovan.
No!
In a Borat green mankini.
Joe hates that one. She phased out of existence. Yes. No. Sorry. No. Olenia will have strong feelings about that. She enjoys flirting with him, but let's not push the friendship.
Okay.
Justice, I think we're up to. After the Hermit, which is equity, fairness, balance.
Rumpy, you bring that back. Here. Drop it. I'll give you a chip. Give it back.
Joe, do not reward behavior like that.
Good boy. No, my ferret just ran off with the Ace of Swords. Like...
I imagine your husband says that every now and again.
No, I'm the only
one
one that's ever had that happen to them. In this house. I think you lost them.
Oh, it was intended to.
I know, and it made it better. I'm dying.
The others in the party might find that harder to deal with than the party. Yeah, than the person. Yep, absolutely. They're like, I love this outfit. It's very warm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so justice, fairness, truth, cause and effect law. I like the idea. And tell me if this is terrible. You draw this card. And everybody around you for the next 24 hours whenever they lie, you only hear the truth.
Ooh.
Anything that they say that is the least bit dishonest, you know what they have said, but you hear it as the absolute truth.
I know the truth. Whoa.
Yes.
That could be both bad and good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. As a DM, I love that.
Yes. Every time anyone tells a lie, no matter the context or significance of it,
Mhm.
you hear the truth they are trying to hide.
Ooh.
That could really suck. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't. I can't lie for shit. So I just normally, if I have to lie to someone or if I have to, like with my players, pretend that their paladin is their paladin and not a imposter, I just not tell the whole truth.
Absolutely believe everything that is said for the next 24 hours. The trick with that one is it enforces
Yeah.
behavior on the character. I was going to say it's like a zone of truth. Nobody can lie near you. But everyone is compelled to speak the truth. So they go to tell a lie and then instead say the truth.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody
I do
hears
something
it.
like that. I do something like that on a nat 1 to escape, like to not be affected by a zone of truth.
Yeah.
If you nat 1 in a zone of truth in my games, you immediately blurt out your
the most awkward
secret
secret you can think of.
Yeah. Yes. And like it doesn't need to be your big, deepest, darkest secret, but it has to be a secret that you definitely don't want anybody to know about.
Yeah. I almost kind of want to include that, like, as a cost.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let the player choose. Oh, okay. So, the effect goes, as we've written it, like it, then at the end of, if during that day, you have your player, the character has chosen to reveal something about themselves which no one around them knew, the effect continues for another day.
Okay. If you as the one who drew the card or as someone...
As the person who drew the person who is under the effect. So the only person who is not obligated to tell the truth, effectively.
Yeah.
If they voluntarily tell a truth that they would not normally let anybody fucking know. Some people this is not a massive deal. Some people obviously it would be a huge deal. But it leaves the choice to the player. But it also gives the potential for hijinks and shenanigans.
Awesome.
For instance,
yes.
for sexy sword for thirsty sword lesbians, just I am secretly the prince of heteronormia.
Yeah, so excited for that. Karen was sitting in the other room cackling away at the concept.
Okay, so what I have is, for the next day, every time anyone tells a lie, no matter the context or significance of this lie, you hear the truth they are trying to hide. During this time, if you volunteer to tell a truth you would normally not reveal, the effect continues for another day.
Yeah. A truth about yourself.
Yeah, a truth about yourself you would normally not reveal.
Otherwise, it's like a guard's like, what's in that case? Nothing important. Actually, there's 15 stolen gold pieces. That wouldn't really count.
No.
It's not a massive deal to sacrifice, but it is a truth. But technically speaking, you wouldn't normally reveal.
Yeah. Okay.
What did you do today? I killed 7 men. What? Nothing. That's not a problem. Were they bad? Yes, very. Okay then. It has to be I have deep feelings for my best friend's sister. It's really awkward.
GM Workshop, thank you so much for the raid and welcome
Rackham.
on in. Hi, Rackham.
For clarity, for those who just joined, I don't have deep feelings for my best friend's sister. That would be weird because she's my sister-in-law.
That would be weird. And hi,
So she did hit on me first before my wife. Hey, Killer Koala.
Oh, goodness.
Guys, thank you so much for the raid.
Yes, thank you for the raid.
If you got them, put those raid emotes up there and welcome on
I'm
in
kidding.
GM Workshop. Let me do a little cheeky thing. Shut up. GM Workshop. What were you doing today?
Hi,
Oh,
hi.
did you do the Twitch plays or did you do something else funny? Yes, the harpoons are so lovely, and they were the high emote and the harpoon emote were made by Daria from Corsair's Cove. She is amazing. She works fast, and you get a lot of bang for your buck when you play with or work with her.
Works fast.
Yes.
What Ardana doesn't know is that working on those delayed her working on mine.
I am not sorry.
Not at all sorry. No,
No.
I know.
No.
Sorry, not sorry.
Twitch
Yeah.
plays D&D. Excellent. Was it fun? Did you have fun? Tell us what happened.
We are
Yes, tell us
currently
everything.
creating a deck of fabulous things, and we have come up with some really devious ones. We are trying to make it system agnostic, so some specifics are not there. But we got
Kelly.
we got, for example, you get a fiendish scene servant, not the one you can see, but the one with the latex and the spandex kind. That follows you around at all times, and you can't make them go away. Or for the Empress, a parade in your honor is marching through the city you're in.
Or the Emperor, you get fancy clothes that only you can see.
Yes.
Everybody else thinks you're pretty much not wearing any.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh,
Splendid.
darling emote. Yes.
Doing-
That could
Doing
be.
a critical role one-shot thing with people freezing. Ooh,
Oh,
it was fun. Excellent.
which one is that? Is the I'll look at it after. But yes, we are doing this, and we are as well as raising money for the Trevor project. In less than a week, we raised $155
Nice.
out of our
Which is epic.
Yes, epic, and
Yes.
it's halfway to our second milestone for this campaign. We hit the first one in less than 24 hours. Which is amazing. But yes, if you don't know who Rackham is, head on over to GM Workshop. What are you doing with your life? You need some GM Workshop in your life, like now. They play a lot of really, really cool games, and Rackham uses what's that called? Tailspire to tell stories.
Yes.
I am still trying to. Thank you so much for the follow, Killer Koala, and I am so sad that everyone else can't see that. I need to add that thing to my thing, yes, because that was a unicorn.
Unicorn.
Let me see if I can actually add. I don't think I can add that thing, but yes, thank you so much for the follow.
It's
I
okay.
appreciate it. Okay, let's get back to the thing we were doing. So we just finished Justice.
Normally, Ardana is a DM.
Yes.
Today is just a little different. We are just doing world-building, homebrew, LGBTQIA gloriousness.
Yes.
So, come on a different day, you see more D&D.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
Or other games. Normally on Friday night, Terris and I are playing a 7th Sea adventure with Ardana, and it's super fun. Next Friday, come join. That.
Yep. And these lovely people are going to be joined by some other lovely people on June 25th for the second part of Curse of Hearts, where we are going to be having a wedding.
I'm getting married. Wait, no.
No, you're not.
Who's the dreaded GM?
Right. Yes.
Somebody should probably tell M, huh?
Yes. Probably.
She'll be fine with it. She's very cool.
Yeah, she gets a free ferret.
She already has 2 small boys to look after. I'm very much counting Dread as one of them.
Dread isn't small though, he's really tall.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. He's coming here next week.
I'm not jealous.
Next month, he's coming to D&D. He's coming to D&D in Winterfest in West Australia, and I get to finally meet him in the meat space.
Awesome!
Yay!
But yeah,
give him hugs from me.
And it's going to be Benedict. Yes, we love Dread.
Yes, the wedding game is going to be at June 25th at 9 a.m. Central European Time, because that was the only time everyone could make it. So do pop on by for that one. And as with everything during this month, your donations to the Trevor Project will cause a lot of shenanigans to happen in the game. So be sure to come on by for that, to watch it, to be part of it, to cause it.
No worries.
But yes.
Thank you very much, Rackham. See you soon, buddy.
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for popping by and bringing your amazing community. Justice, which card is next?
The Chariot? I think.
Chariot!
Yes, Chariot. Victory, self-confidence, progress.
I'm thinking...
Or powerlessness, aggression, moderation.
More ducks.
Control, willpower, success, action, determination. Or
basically
self-discipline, opposition, lack of direction.
Yeah. You're playing the opposites.
Yes.
It's very much you get a triumph through the streets of Rome, you know, that sort of thing. Like, I see victory and I see a chariot, I'm like, oh, okay, so what, like Pompey had. Self-confidence. This actually makes me think very similar. You are filled with self-confidence, and you feel the urge to do something you've always been worried or frightened of doing.
Yes.
And if you do, you are rewarded.
And if you don't, you're punished? No, that would control behavior.
Yeah, I would just say, leave it to the player. It has to be something meaningful. It has to be something that the character genuinely is frightened of doing.
Yeah.
But if they do it, it rewards that behavior. It's, again, I'm taking a lot of this from Thirsty Sword Lesbians, actually, because that's the whole premise of a lot of it is, like, not forcing the characters to do something, but rewarding the behavior if they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it could do, like, speaking of, like, in D&D terms, it could be something exceptionally dangerous to the character.
Yeah. Yeah. Either emotionally or physically. It's like, I've always wanted to ride a horse backwards. Well, you could die. But, or I've always wanted to tell that person how I really feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Risky.
I kind of want what Cycle is doing.
You can go literal. Chariot pulled by a flock of ducks transports you to a destination. Ducks weren't actually in the description. That was just was ducks happening. It's hard to think. But we could do that if you like. Well, mine was cooler.
I like your idea. I'm just trying to like to make it like fabulous.
And different.
A crowned mallard presents you with a boon.
Sure. Yes. Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I misread. Psycho likes mine. I thought you just liked Josh's generally. That's fair. That's what I was saying fair about. I was just like, we are great. I know loads. Yeah. There's one over on Phoenix. There's one over on Dreaded GM. There's one over on Tales of Pesh. We're all great.
So many Joshes.
Who did I meet recently? There's another one. There's another DM. He is part of the Rolling Together crew. He's the chap who runs does a lot of the behind the scenes work on it. And I'm trying to now, like, stream announcements. No, stream schedule. It is. Well, that's not helpful. He's in here. He's Josh. Devon Knight. Yeah, on Discord is also Josh. And I was just like, oh, there's another one. Even worse, he's English too. And he's my age. I was like, the fuck? The others are younger than me. I've also got another one who streams with me every now and again, Josh Lang. But he's a lot younger, so it's okay.
Okay, so what I wrote was, if you do something that poses a significant danger to yourself, a crowned mallard will present you with a boon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or should I just put divine being?
I would only put in
instead.
Like crowned mallard, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's oddly specific when we haven't been, and it's kind of fun that it is.
Yeah.
I would only put in brackets. I would only put in either comma, either psychologically or physically. Could be one way or the other.
See, for me, just tangenting here, but I would change the crowned mallard to Aincha, who is the goddess of waterfowl in our game, because she is actually she's actually a sort of was a druid. She's a goose sometimes, but she's a transgender elf. Yeah,
sure.
She's a transgender elf lady that is sometimes a goose. And she is married to a Leonin.
Oh. So that's Chariot.
Yep.
Lovers we've got.
Yes.
Hierophant.
We need...
We've got the Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the Magician, and the Fool. We've only got 4 left.
Yeah.
I want some more visually fabulous.
Yes, I mean the Hierophant.
Indeedy.
Well, Hierophant is a pope, or similar.
A significant religious figure of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, spiritual wisdom,
Tradition,
religious beliefs,
So RuPaul.
conformity, tradition,
institutionalism.
institutions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or reverse personal beliefs, freedom, challenging the status quo.
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Woo!
Thank you for the follow, gaming consultant.
Nice. Good name.
Yes.
Hey, kitty.
This one plays perfectly with Eldritch. It has to be Transfiguration event given boon. Ooh. Yeah. I was thinking something about you is not offensive, but like considered very taboo by the people of the next place you go.
Yeah.
And you can either kowtow to their own personal sort of, or you can be loud and proud and like deal with it. I'm here and I'm this, and for a boon or a not.
Yeah.
I like that.
That lets it be the DM once again going, okay, how much can I play with this? If this person is playing an LGBT somewhat or another character, then you can play into that if that person would be comfortable with that being something played with. Or it can be something as little as, this person wears green. No one wears green. What the get out of my town. Could be as little or as much as, or a worshipper of a particular deity. There's lots that you could play with that isn't gonna hurt people's feelings, but you could make it very hard-hitting and interesting if you were playing with an LGBT cast. And rewards for being yourself and being not bowing to the societal pressure.
I like that a lot.
When your party, if and when your party support you in this, they get a boon too.
Ooh, yes, I like that.
In fact, you could even go one step further, and anybody who opposes it, sort of, if you lean in, and everybody else who, like, anybody who, like, has a go at you for it after that gets ill.
Mm-hmm.
Punishment for being a dick. Or
yes.
A prejudiced asshole in some way. I don't know how far we want to push that, but yeah. Negatives for people who don't accept and positives for people who do. That's very in theme without making it gay.
Yep. Okay, something about yourself is taboo in the next community you encounter. It could be like clothing, anything like that. If you stand up to... No, if you oppose the taboo...
Yeah. If you bow before the taboo, nothing happens. If you alter your behavior to suit these people, nothing happens. If you remain true to yourself, you gain a boon. Further to this, if any of your allies are positively supportive of your decision to remain true to yourself, they also gain a lesser boon.
I like it.
And anyone who stands against your decision in a noteworthy or aggressive fashion, say in an aggressive fashion, is sickened with a bane.
Bane?
There you go. Yeah. Something about yourself is taboo in the next community you encounter. If you alter yourself to fit in, nothing happens. If you oppose the taboo, you gain a boon. Any of your allies that support you gain a lesser boon. Anyone who stands against you in an aggressive fashion gains a bane.
Then we've got to have something about, arbitrarily being turned into a sheep or something.
Oh, no, that could be it.
The Fool.
Yes, the Fool.
Oh, I like that. Yes, exactly, because then they're sheeple. Ha ha ha. Yes.
No,
Anybody who stands against you turns into a sheep.
Is turned into a sheep.
That they clearly are.
I love it.
Make those references to
Yeah,
person if the player alters to fit in. Yes, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, I've been using you the entire way, but I'm gonna change all of that to the player.
Yeah, I want one of them that is sort of a forced transmogrification to a humorous animal, just because it's fun.
Yes.
So what?
If it's overdone, though, how about a penguin? Penguins are gay.
Yeah, penguins are famously gay. Love that one. Yes.
Yep.
Or a
I think
pigeon.
the player gets
Pigeons can also
the
be
player
very
gets
gay.
to choose flamingo. Was another one that jumps out at me.
I've got 4 for you, actually. Penguin,
Yeah.
flamingo, pigeon, or giraffe.
Yes, giraffes are famously queer things.
Yes.
And you can choose. The player is allowed to choose one of the 4.
Into
And
a
to get out of it, there has to be a condition. What do they have to do to not be the animal anymore?
Is this the pool, by the way?
No.
I think so. Or the magician.
Well, I was still on the
mystery,
Hierophant.
unattainability. For the Hierophant, I was thinking, they just turn into a sheep. The baddies turn it the bad person turns into a sheep. No, I was thinking for a completely different one, you turn into a thing. Magician is resourcefulness, logic, influence. Probably not that. So for the full, freedom, spontaneity, idealism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of what we've got, of what we've got left. The Emperor and the Empress. Nah, we've already got those. So it's the High Priestess, mystery, unattainability, and spirituality. It's not really turning into animals. I reckon it's fool.
It's fool because it's foolishness.
Yeah. Dawn or an apology? A balloon animal.
Yeah.
Well, with the full, how about somebody appears and gives you a choice of 4 balloon animals? A pigeon, a penguin, a giraffe, or a flamingo. And the one you choose is the one you turn into.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually going to go one further on that in my game and allow them to roll a D100 against my roll, and if they get it, if they beat my roll, I will allow them to keep it as a wild shape.
Oh, I have one.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool as fuck.
The player encounters a down on their luck merchant who gives them a choice between 4 different balloon animals.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like Terrace's idea of keep it as a wild shape.
Yeah.
If they are able to figure out the solution, the solution is being kind to the merchant.
Yeah.
It's the only way to figure out how to get them to turn back. They are still capable of speech, but they're a penguin. Or a giraffe, so they can communicate with their allies. And the solution is to be kind to the merchant. And if they are, then the merchant reveals themselves actually to be a fabulous queen, who rewards them, possibly a queenly mallard, who rewards them with the ability to turn into this animal once per day at will. As in a druid's wild shape. And if not, the solution is to burst the balloon. They want to get out of the wild shape, you kill it and they'll revert to human.
Yeah, I love it.
What's
Sorry, that's a lot.
No. The player encounters a down on the luck merchant who gives them a choice of 4 different balloon animals. The animals are a pigeon, a penguin, a giraffe, and what was the fourth one?
The flamingo.
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 Lots of lesbian flamingos out there.
Mhm.
And of course, everyone knows the gay penguins of Edinburgh Zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, giraffes are almost exclusively a lesbian until they have the mate.
Really?
That's true.
Please.
I only knew about that from Gladiator. You sold
And
me queen giraffes.
And I know for a
I want
fact
my
that
money back.
a large proportion of pigeons make same-sex couples because I have racing pigeons.
Yeah, right. I just love it. I think it was it Adam Hills who phrased it like, "Can you tell the difference between a male penguin and a female penguin?" Yep, neither can most male penguins. And they mate for life. Yes.
That's
All right. Well, while Joe is typing out that thesis that I just gave her, the High Priestess: mystery, unattainability, spirituality.
Also, let me look at that. Intuition, sacred knowledge, divine feminine, and the subconscious mind.
Ooh.
In the reverse, secrets, disconnected from intuition, withdrawal, and silence.
I kind of want to play with the divine feminine, but to do it in a way that is not.
I'm sure
that
you do,
doesn't
Josh.
enforce. Well, experience in some manner, anyway. Just once,
I
you
know
know.
I killed her.
What? I'm just adjusting her layer buns.
Okay. So, what I got for the fool. I think I'm gonna change it to the character. The character encounters a down on their luck merchant who gives them a choice of 4 different balloon animals. The animals are a pigeon, a penguin, a giraffe, or a flamingo. The character is turned into the animal they chose. If they are kind to the merchant turns into a fey prince and grants the ability to turn into the animal. If the balloon is popped... once per day.
Once per day, yeah.
If the balloon is popped, the character turns back to their normal self without the ability to turn into the animal.
Yeah. So is the balloon just hanging around them? I was really meaning someone has to pop them.
Yeah. So I was
yeah.
Like my idea was that they would turn into the balloon.
Balloon animal.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, yeah. If they have to, if the character,
I prefer them turning into into the actual animal.
Is
because there's actually some utility in it.
Yeah.
And they're not completely, because being a balloon animal effectively incapacitates you.
This is true.
And it's like my first instinct when my friend is turned into a giant balloon animal is not to stab them.
Yeah.
Whereas in D&D, most gamers would go immediately kill it. They'll turn back. Or will revivify him, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
What if the player attacks the merchant? Well, then they straight up don't get the wild shape, do they?
But yeah, if the character is knocked out, the character turns back to their normal self without the ability to turn into the animal.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't kill the balloon animals.
They will be out of air. Okay, so I smell pizza.
I want
Okay,
pizza.
let's finish this
Are
because
you having a stroke?
No, my partner went
Canis!
by, and now I smell pizza.
It's not
yes.
for you, it's only for Andy.
Okay, so we have
Divine
I
Feminine.
tried to pull that.
yes, but what? It's the.
Oh, what to do. The High Priestess.
Thank you. Okay, so Divine Feminine has to be someone exceptionally fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a queen of some form.
Could you be transformed into a drag king or queen?
Yes. I don't see why not.
Like, similar deal with the Emperor's New Clothes. You don't, your body doesn't change.
Yeah.
But you immediately become.
Oh, it's like the idea I had for the queens in your deck. All your outfit becomes the cloak of billowing.
Yeah.
And you become just the most fabulous being ever, which means that you cannot sneak for shit. Any stealth is just gone.
Yeah.
But you are an excellent distraction if someone else wants to sneak.
You become a gender appropriate drag king or queen. You don't have to play into it. But just your outfit, your clothing, your makeup, everything just adjusts to that. You can clean it off if you want, but while it is there, you get that mechanical bonus of being that. Provided you lean in.
The character becomes the most fabulous version of themselves.
I think drag queen either way because it is the ultimate. It is the divine feminine.
Yes.
Yes.
And I've seen female drag queens, like biologically female drag queens. Yeah, I don't see any reason why why it can't be both ways. Like a bisexual. It's another very old Family Guy reference. You fail every stealth roll, but your allies gain a boon to stealth. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So.
Well, Crispin Crunch, sorry, going back in chat a little bit, what about attack results in polymorph? Well, you already are. Do you mean everybody else does too? Oh, shit. What the fuck? That's not fair. That's not okay. They're in fucking Sweden.
It has shrimp and mushrooms and ham.
This is bullshit. It's not even dinner time where you are. It's 9 p.m. here.
It's 11 p.m. here, and I want it.
It's a late lunch.
You've presumably eaten, though, right?
No, not really. I had chips.
Ah, I had cheese.
I am going to bake a brie before bed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. With white wine.
Also, yeah. Okay. Last one. The last melon. The Magician. Resourcefulness, logic, and influence. This is going to be probably the hardest.
Also, manifestation, power, inspired action.
All right, that's less hard. Power, particularly.
Okay.
Do we want to do a negative?
I think we want
another.
There's been a lot of.
Yeah, I think we want another negative.
Yeah. The negative, manipulation, poor planning, untapped talents.
Manipulation.
I almost like the use it or lose it idea of untapped talents. Where for a certain amount of time, or possibly forever, you lose an ability that you don't generally use. You know, one of those ones that never
I know what
use
you
it,
mean.
but it could be, never use it, but could be useful in a situation, and because you haven't used it in such a long time, a magician feels it.
Oh, like a wizard who has spells they never use, but are great utility, like the grease spell or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
The once in a blue moon, but you know. I think the trick is sometimes it's not that much of a for example, I play a ranger who has almost never used his natural explorer feat.
Yeah.
Because he is never in his favorite terrain. So it just doesn't come to play. His favorite terrain is coastal. In 64 sessions, we've never been there.
Yeah.
Alternatively, Josh, Ardana.
Yeah.
This knowledge is lost to the world forever, or for a time.
You would have to rediscover how to use that spell. Anyone.
Yeah, anybody that had that spell or ability would have to relearn how to use it.
Or you become the only one who can.
I like that too.
There's Crispin Crunch says the key physical attribute of the character is overemphasized in the form of a caricature. That's the thing you think is your greatest strength becomes a weakness for a time. Ooh.
Ooh,
I
that
like
is
that.
vicious. I like it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I really like that.
You flip your stats. Your highest and your lowest stats flip. That's D&D though, but yeah, something along those lines, like and physically, there is a physical manifestation.
Yeah. Like if you're...
How to word it?
Oh, like... If you spend... for example, again, if you're playing a wizard in D&D, suddenly you have bad eyesight for a while because you've read too much in candlelight.
Yeah. But you become super buff.
Like your intellect is like racing, but you can't see for shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a way to phrase it that is pretty face with a big nose. Yeah. Or goes to big nose. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a way to phrase it in an agnostic way that still sort of specifies what we mean. I think it's can't lift your hands above your shoulders. Yeah. Or we stick it closer to go more like a caricature. So it's not a flip.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to lean into that, but I don't think I should. Yeah. So your greatest, what you consider to be your greatest strength becomes overemphasized, either physically or psychologically.
So the barbarian who is, buff and muscular becomes so muscular he can barely move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the wizard goes blind, or exactly.
Yeah.
Or the bard loses their voice, or can only shout, or can only sing.
Yeah.
Can only speak in rhyming iambic pentameter.
Can sing like a bird, but can't not.
Yeah, every time they have to express something, it has to be a melody there.
It's bird song.
Oh, if you're a bard or similar, it would basically be you're living in a musical.
The rogue cannot be seen.
Yes, the character's greatest strength, according to
They're
them,
not actually invisible, but
becomes so.
The barbarian gets empathetic.
And can't rage. Becomes so over.
The barbarian becomes so warm and sensitive, they just cannot engage in a rage.
What if you multi-classed?
Okay, so...
I think it'd be then you can play more to what the way the character is played.
Yeah. What's it called?
Like with Scan, it would be his relationship with his dragon, so that becomes massively overemphasized.
Oh yeah, I can totally.
He is physically attached to his dragon now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, with Julio, it would be his faith in the tree.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
If I was to play my bard, Dara, you would not be able to pull her away from a library.
Yeah.
She would get physically ill if she leaves a library.
Desperately. Yeah. Yeah.
Adana, what would happen to Raw?
If he is so...
How does it end? How do they cure it? Because it's effectively a curse.
Yes.
Is there an end condition? Doesn't have to be, but this is the sort of thing that can properly fuck a character.
Yeah.
Like making the barbarian not able to lift his own arms because of how heavy they are with muscle.
Achieving a great feat with their weakest attribute.
Yes,
yes. One of the things here is resourcefulness. So you have to use, you have to be resourceful. You have to use some of your other.
Yeah,
your other talents need to compensate for your current situation.
Yeah. And yes, absolutely, it does give the player a chance to roleplay fabulously. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like that a lot.
Absolutely. So what I wrote was the character's greatest strength, physical or mental, according to them, becomes so overpowered it becomes a problem to them. Achieving a great feat using the character's greatest weakness cures this condition.
Or just another.
Yeah.
Using the character's other abilities, using something that they don't do so often. Yeah. I think greatest weakness, that's a bit of a challenge. Mind you, that could be fun. No, leave it. I like that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I like that.
Yeah.
You have to put a finger on what their greatest weakness is.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Achieving a great feat for a barbarian who's constantly enraged, but so strong, who's like, I must get the kitty down from the tree.
Yeah. Or like a barbarian who suffers from what most barbarians in D&D suffer from. I hit it with an axe. Okay. So you have to think your way out of the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can't just go up and smash things. You have to think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to go up and smash things even if you're an intelligent barbarian because you're gonna hit hard.
What? Cool. Glorious.
Yes.
We done?
Yeah, we are done. I'm going to go over this and
Nice.
actually, proper sentence structure, things like that. And then I will post it on mine and Corsairs Cove Discords for people to grab if they want it.
Come on. Thank you.
It should be up sometime, maybe later today or tomorrow.
Yay!
So thank you so much to everyone who came by today. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. We are going to find ourselves a raid target and hopefully bring all these amazing people with us.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we have that is on right now?
My soul sister from another mother is currently streaming Dragon Kier.
Oh, yep, okay.
Mike Moans is also up. One Pitch Man is playing Warhammer Total War, which isn't very on brand.
But yeah.
Nerd Haller. There's lots of options, but
I'm thinking.
Ardana is one of my new favorite peeps.
Thank you. Well,
Yay.
I'm thinking Dragon Kia, so I don't think I've ever rated them. If you could send
Dragon Kia is a sweetie.
Yep.
Yes.
If you could send
I will pop it in this chat.
Because I don't know how to spell the name.
It's Dragan as well, which is even worse. And Kia is almost impossible because it's C-A-O-R.
Ah.
Oh.
It's a lady with blue hair. Is the picture.
Ah. Thank you.
Dana, there is weirdness going on.
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
I'm not there
On the-
anymore. We can see people dancing around a maypole.
Oh. Sorry.
That's okay.
That it happens because I used to display capture. I think I explained it last time as well. What happened was that when my cursor goes down to the bar, it gives me a preview of the browser window.
Yeah.
Which covered the entire display. Which
Unhelpful. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh no!
It's all good.
Yes. Thank you so much, Crispin Crunch, and everyone else who came in. Thank you so much to Rackham, who brought his amazing community over. I appreciate it so much.
Community.
We are going to be raiding Dragon Cure. Yes. And I will be back next week on Monday, first over on Corsair's Cove, not Corsair's Cove, Microbiologist, playing the Ascendant Dragon Pygmy Marmoset Andanyaro, and then playing the Light Wizard Nicodemus, who is a elephant shrew.
Nikki, as in Nico D. Mouse. Is that what you're doing?
Shush. Yes, it was.
It's very good.
But yes.
I read it, didn't notice, then I heard it out loud. I'm like, oh, there it is, there it is.
Because mouse in Swedish is spelled M-U-S. So.
Moose.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Brilliant.
It's Nicodemus, the elephant shrew light wizard.
Amazing. Splendid.
Yes. So first Microbiologist, then Corsair's Cove on Monday. Yes, Ascendant Dragon Pygmy Marmoset. Andanyaro used to be an Ascendant Dragon. What's that called? Hadosi. But we're in a world of chaos in that campaign, and Andanyaro woke up as a Pygmy Marmoset. She's not happy about this situation at all, because she's about to die. Again.
Should be fine. Should be fine. Alrighty.
Yes, so, raid.
Okay.
Thing. Yes.
Raid!
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 Yes?
I'll stop now.
But yes, if you got them, hoist those harpoons high. If not, just the raid and love emote and hype you got. We gotta show all the hype we have to Dragon Gear. And I will catch everyone again on Monday. Until then, take care, stay safe, all that good stuff. And say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Everybody. Boy,
Goodbye.
boy.